Hey, Forever Beautiful. Thank you for checking me out, y'all. Thank you for coming back, checking me out. Yeah, I look a little rough today. Okay, plain Jane. But listen, when it's hot, you ain't trying to be too pretty. Okay? Because everything gonna run. You're gonna be looking crazy and crazier and at your craziest. I don't want nobody to see me like that. Hell, I can look crazy all by myself without the help. Okay? Now, thanks for coming back, y'all, for checking me out once again. And this is another story time, y'all. Okay? So, before we get into it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are privy to every single video that I upload, y'all. Okay? Now, this story time is going to be about, let's see, the telltale signs of a liar. Now, usually you hear telltale signs and you think poker, some kind of cards, some kind of gambling, but this is the telltale signs of a liar, y'all. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give him a name because he was actually a relative of mine. Rest in paradise. And this man, now don't get me wrong, he was a really, really good guy. Okay, a good guy would do anything for anybody at any time, as long as it was within his means. He had you. Okay, now the man would lie like a rug. Okay, for no apparent reason, but I guess it sounded good. Now, we all know somebody that lies for no reason. It ain't a good reason and no apparent reason, right? So you would catch him up a lot of times, y'all. And it was like he always had the same look on his face all the time. And it's like, because you knew. Well, people that paid attention to him and people that knew him knew he was lying. Now, he could have been having a conversation with somebody else that did not know him or was not around him that much, right? And they would be so convinced because, this is, I guess, the kind of, sort of halfway power that he possessed, but not for real. Okay, but I think he thought that was his absolute best attribute. So of course he had to work it, right? But anybody that heard him, knew him, and knew he was lying, they wasn't gonna let him get away with that. Now, myself, let's just, for example, right? I could not listen to the nonsense and just not say nothing. I had to blast them. I had to. I don't think I chose to. It just came out. I cannot sit and listen to somebody say something when I know it's not true. Okay, because at that point, I'm an accomplice. I could be charged too. I could be called a liar, which I am not. I cannot stand a liar. Okay? Now, let me tell you what he did. This is one of his telltales, right? So, you can walk up and you be like, hey, so-and-so, what you got going on? How you feeling today? Or whatever, right? They'll be like, oh, I'm good. How you feeling? They go back and forth like that. And then they'll say, oh, what you do today? And he'll be like, man, I went such a place. And I'm talking about the story would always drag. This is another reason. Let me tell you. His telltale, before I get into that part, his telltale was he would always rub his hands, right? That's just one. So you'd be like, yeah, man, what you do today? Be like, man, yeah, I saw this fine girl today. And I could just let that go. I had to shoot my shot. Now, if you're paying attention to the hands, right, I know that it's a tell. It's a lie. But he ain't going to stop there. Be like, yeah, I couldn't just let her ride. I had to go ahead and get that number and this, that, and the third. Now, it sounded good to who he was telling it to. I should never be around when people tell lies because I'm definitely going to call you out on your nonsense. Now, could I be a little more delicate? Could I be a little more gentle? I could. But, it didn't always happen that way. I'm just saying. It did not always go according to his plan, right? So that's one. Another one was he would do this. He was rubbing. He would always rub his head. Now he had a pretty head of hair. Okay, it was curly when he let it grow out, and then it was super fine and straight when he cut it. Right, if he had just like a little fade or something. Anywho, okay. So then he'll see somebody else. It's a whole new day, and they'll say, "Dang man, I've been trying to get in touch with you. You don't answer your phone. What's going on?" Be like, "Man, I've been busy." So, oh, I done had a lot going on, and this. Then he start rubbing his head, and you be like, because I knew it was a lie. Now I didn't blast them all the time, but sometimes, it was necessary. It was just necessary. I had to do it. Be like, yeah, man. Well, I've been busy. Everybody been saying the same thing. Everybody claim they've been calling me, but I ain't got no missed calls from nobody. And you had some. You wanted somebody to believe that, you was just doing this, that, and the third, when you was not doing anything. You was doing zero. Okay, but it sounded good to them, and it just was. Every time I was around him, and anybody that knew him, like I said, they'll be like, but see, they wouldn't say anything. I didn't have to. I chose to at points. It wasn't all the time, but don't ever stand in front of somebody and let them tell you a lie, and it's a lie, because at that point you may as well be lying too. Just like people that commit whatever crimes they have, did, or might be intending on doing, if you know anything about it and something happens, then guess what? If you were there, you implicated yourself. Okay, so now you just as guilty as that person was of whatever crime they committed. Okay, you put yourself there. I'm not gonna listen to the lies. I can't. But anywho, people do it. They feel like they're being important when they said. Sometimes people just want to be more important than what they are. That they have more things going on than what they do. You don't have to. Be yourself. That is the best thing. I would really, really encourage people to do that. I don't want to hear it. I didn't ask for it. Don't volunteer it to me. Okay? That ain't my thing. I don't want no parts of it, because I don't want nobody to come to me and say, girl, did you know so and so and so and so? Oh, yeah? Well, that's just what that is, or whatever. Sometimes you get into it, sometimes it's not even worth it. Just like everybody has somebody that has lied on them, said something that absolutely was not true, or was just flat out hating, so they're going to make up stuff. But I tell you what, when people don't know anything about you, they assume. So when it used to happen to me, you know what I did? I said, they'll be like, girl, so-and-so told me. Here I go, they did. Okay, well, I guess we just going to go with that. Because I'm not going to confirm nor deny anything for you to carry over there. I'm just not going to do it. Now, if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you the absolute truth. If you ask me something that I don't think is your business, guess what? I know how to tell you that too, because you're digging too deep at this point. Don't ask me nothing about my business if I haven't volunteered it to you, which 9 times out of 10, I won't. If I do, you're going to know what I want you to know, and it ain't going to be that important, okay? You ain't going to take that over there so-and-so. You ain't going to take it over here, where everything and everybody else is. I'm not interested in that. But, those are the signs. People always trying to convince you of what they're talking about, whether it is true or not. Now, this is what I know. And then I'm going to end this. When you come across people that, if they say, what color you wearing today? And you'll be like, I'm thinking about wearing silver. I'm wearing gray, And they say, well, what you going to wear with it? Well, man, I was thinking about and you're going on and on and on. You already gave the answer. You don't need to elaborate no further. I don't need to know where you bought it from. I don't need to know what you paired it with. I don't need to know what kind of accessory. I don't need to know none of that, because at this point you're trying to convince me of something that I know ain't true. Okay? I'm just saying, pay attention, people. Pay attention. But anywho, I think I'm going to end this, y'all. And I'm coming back with another story time, okay? So today is what, Thursday. I'm not even about to get into none of that because when I say and have good intentions ain't good enough, so I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna end this for now so I can do this next video, y'all. Bye.